Whoever said that selling low ticket digital product was the best way to make money online was probably trying to tell you the truth. But what if I told you that it's not the best way to pay your bills? It's not the best way to get freedom online. As a matter of fact, most people don't even start selling low ticket until they've made more money online. And in this video, I want to break down why you need to stop trying to sell low ticket digital products in order for you to pay your bills and get consistent income in your business. Because you're one out of the three. You're experiencing that your income isn't big enough for you to pay your bills you got right now. You're either experiencing you need hundreds of sales to reach your income goals, or you just want to sell higher price things and you're afraid of sales calls. Well, in this video, I'm going to prove to you that it's possible, not only by just raising your prices and coming up with a premium offer from your low ticket digital product, but also doing it without needing hundreds of sales, going viral, or getting on sales calls. And yes, I've done it myself, and I'm here to prove it to you before we even get into it, because numbers don't lie, and this video isn't going to be edited. So what we're going to do is I'm going to share my screen with you right quick so you can see my Stripe dashboard, at least with one of my businesses, and you will see that you'll see the transactions. So let me change it. I promised it wasn't going to be cut. So here we go. All right, here we go. Okay, so this is one of my Stripe dashboards. You can see right here, if we click on it, boom, it's highlighting all of the transactions that I've gotten with this account, at least with this page. My name is right there, Jay Askew, and you can see that I've sold low ticket digital products and what people consider high ticket digital products up to $1,600. I've even sold a $3,000 high ticket digital product. I have this $350 digital product. It was literally a recurring fee that I had as well when I was an online fitness coach. So I've sold low ticket and high ticket. Okay, so enough tooting my own horn. I want to get right into it. So we're going to switch to the iPad view because I have my notes ready for you. And I just rhymed. I didn't even mean to rhyme. Isn't that crazy? All right, so here we go. All right, so when it comes down to selling low ticket digital products, there was a point in time where I was an online fitness coach teaching people how to lose weight and build muscle. And I started off selling a $250 per month digital product. It was literally my coaching that was more one-on-one, but it wasn't Zoom sessions. It wasn't me going on live and exercising with them. It was a program that took me literally a couple hours to create, and they would commit from 3 to 6 months on my digital product. And that's how I ended up getting into the industry with selling high ticket digital products. The problem is I didn't know how to sell low ticket digital products. So I wasn't looking to go viral in the first place. And because I had that experience and I have also sold low ticket digital products, I will now never go back to low ticket digital products because I have struggled in the past with paying my bills. I have struggled in the past with having to go viral in order for me to have enough money to have freedom. Okay, here's the problem with selling low ticket digital products. I'm going to get right into it. There's 3 lessons I want you to learn. The first lesson is you want to sell to this word right here. You want to sell to the rich. All right, I want you to imagine a fancy car, okay? A fancy car that's made by a professional business, all right? And this business didn't create an economy car. It created a supercar, created this super lightning fast, luxurious feeling car. And well, it costs a couple $100,000s. And there's only a certain group of people who can buy this car, obviously, right? So they're selling to people that have a lot of money, the wealthy, the rich. Now, they don't make the economy car until they don't make the affordable or the economy car until they make enough money with the luxurious car they've created for the rich. Now, what if I told you that that company is called Tesla? That's how they started. Tesla didn't get started selling the Model 3 or the Model Y first. They created a car called the Tesla Roadster. It was a couple $100,000, all right? If it's not a couple $100,000, it was literally 6 figures, okay? And they sold to the rich. They sold to the wealthy. They sold to people who could buy the car without being like, what? How much can I get off from it, right? But once they raised enough money from selling the Roadster, they started to not downgrade, but make more affordable options for the people who didn't want to spend 6 figures on a car. Okay. And so if it's been proven that businesses, and that's not the only business that started with something high and then went low, but this is just one good example that you can too. Okay. Now, the way you're going to do this in your business with selling your own digital product is you want to make sure that you actually solve a problem people are having because they started. All right. I'm going to put this big word because I'm going to elaborate on this. A lot of us, when we sell a digital product, we think about helping beginners, but there's a problem with that. Beginners are confused sometimes. Beginners don't know what the best option is for them. Beginners haven't even started yet. All right. People who have already started, they're having problems because of their actions. They're having problems because they've already worked towards the solution. And it's more important to the person who is going through a problem because they've already started working through the solution. Meaning, if you target, let's say, someone who is thinking about starting a business, right? And they're like, oh, I love making donuts. I'm thinking about starting a donut restaurant. You know how much that person has to believe that they can do it in order for them to start? It takes a lot of belief. It takes a lot of faith. It takes money. It takes investing. It takes sacrifice, right? But the person who already has the donut shop, well, they want to figure out their solution because if they don't, then they lose out on money. You see, the person who hasn't started yet, they don't really have anything to lose. And that's not for every scenario, but I want you to think about it like this. You're helping someone not start their journey, but you're helping someone solve a problem inside their journey. And that's a lot more valuable to someone who has already started the process. If you're a parent, you know how much you love your kids. So you work hard because not only because you want money, but because you want your kids to be taken care of. But someone who doesn't have kids like myself, well, yeah, that's something in the future that's going to come. But I don't necessarily have to make every decision in spite of kids because I don't have any. But I'm telling you that when you meet someone who has already started their process, they're already heavily invested into the reason why they want your help, which is going to make them more motivated to solve the problem, which gives you more reason to be able to not sell a low ticket digital product, but just charge a higher premium price. By the way, if this is making sense so far and you guys like these type of videos, let me know in the comment section down below. Say, I love these videos in the comment section down below. I'm changing things up on the channel a little bit. All right, so point number 2, lesson number 2 that I want you to understand when it comes down to not selling low ticket digital products so you can be able to pay your bills without going viral, without having to get hundreds of sales, and without having to getting on sales calls is you need to create a more intimate opportunity for potential buyers. So I'm going to write this word down right here. Intimate. Hopefully I'm spelling it right. Intimacy. I want you to imagine, right? Your favorite artists. You listen to them on Apple Music. You listen to them on Spotify. You listen to them on YouTube Premium. And, well, they're your favorite artists because they make songs that you can relate to, right? They make songs that you feel good in, right? But what if you went to their concert? Wouldn't it feel more intimate? Here's the key difference. When you go to a concert, you pay more to listen to the same song. But when you listen to it on Spotify, Apple Music, or YouTube Premium, you're paying less, but it's less intimate. But here's the thing. When you listen to it on YouTube Premium, Spotify, or Apple Music, you can listen to it repeat over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, no matter where you're at. But when you're at a concert, you have to be there at a specific time, and you have to have specific seats, and you have to pay more. But you have people all around you who are probably singing the song, probably ruining it, but you're vibing. You're feeling the energy. You're in a more intimate space. So you pay more for access. This is exactly why, and not why, but this is exactly how you're going to be able to charge more with your digital product. You're going to create intimacy with your digital product, which means you want to upgrade your low ticket digital product to something more personalized. This doesn't mean you have to trade your time for money. This could literally mean that you create a community around the digital product that you're selling. Or this can mean that you create a course around the digital product that you're selling, or a challenge around the digital product that you're selling. Something that that brings more intimacy to how they get help. It's easy to write an ebook. I mean, ChatGPT can create it in no time, right? But if you want to be able to pay your bills without going viral, without getting hundreds of sales, without getting on sales calls, which I'm going to get to lesson 3 on how you're not going to have to go on sales calls to make thousands of dollars online. we're going to get to that in a second. I'm excited. Okay. So basically, you want to make your opportunity in your digital product more intimate. You want to allow people to have more access to you. Maybe you're showing up once a week. Okay. Maybe you're showing up twice a month. Whatever you're comfortable with, that you feel like you have more control over your life still. Because again, we don't want to trade time for money. We don't want to pass out our minutes, our hours, our days. You want to spend time with your family. But this is exactly how you're going to allow people to pay you more. Keyword, allow them to pay you more. They want to pay you more. They want their problem solved, not just your way that you know how to solve it, but also with the guarantee that they are getting closer to the person who they want to be like, which is more than likely you. And that's why they bought your digital product in the first place. Not because it's cheap. You don't want people to buy anything because it's cheap. You want them to buy it because it's going to give them a transformation. Okay. So with that being said, if you want to learn, before we get into lesson 3, if you want to learn how to upgrade your low ticket digital product into a transformational premium offer digital product, then you should join my one-on-one Passion to Profit challenge. And yes, it's a more intimate moment. It's a one-on-one challenge. You and me literally building your business together to help you sell your digital product at a premium offer. Okay. Getting right into it. Oh, by the way, the link is going to be in the description down below for the one-on-one Passion to Profit challenge. Okay. Now, lesson number 3 is the game changer, because this is what took me from getting on sales calls. And I felt so drained. Even if I made a sale, I'm not going to lie to you, I just didn't want to talk to nobody. I was tired. I wanted to spend the money because I'm like, man, I worked hard for that, and it took me months to learn how to get on sales calls and talk confidently. And that's a problem, especially if you already have a business and you want to consistently make income where you can pay your bills and not have to go through the learning curve of sales calls. Okay. Now, what you want to do is you want to first stop leaving a link for people to buy your digital product. Okay, I understand you've been taught to sell a low ticket digital product. And when you have a low ticket digital product, people can buy it whenever at whatever time. But here's the thing that it also creates, which is a big problem on why you aren't able to pay your bills with your low ticket digital product without going viral. It's called, I almost misspelled it here. It's called urgency. Urgency. Okay, there we go. I think I spelled it correctly. I'm over here looking at my notes here. So urgency. Okay. Urgency is the one thing that's going to allow people to be like, wow, now I know I can buy that $20 ebook over there, but I'd rather buy this $2,000 digital product offer that's going to help me solve my problem even better at a higher level with her or with him. Okay. Hear me out. If you've ever heard of Crumbl Cookie, it's the Apple store of cookies. I literally ate there like last week, right? For the first time. Actually, the second time, but this is like my second time going there. And I'm always amazed at their marketing. Crumbl Cookie, literally, let's say they release 5 cookies a week, right? They got their cookies out. They got chocolate chip. They got cheesecake. They got Oreo. They got vanilla, strawberry. And then the cookies are on the menu for only 7 days. And then on the 7th day, at midnight, they go away. Guess what? You can't get them anymore for a limited time. And they do this every single week. And the cookies are like $5 each. It's a total rip. No, I'm just playing. It's not a rip off. They're actually really good. I can't afford to eat there all the time, right? But here's the thing. They change their menu up every week because they know that ain't nobody going to pay that much for cookies consistently and they can get it at any time. They want you to look at their menu every week. Even if you're not going to buy anything, you're just curious at what they're going to create because, well, they change the menu every week. And even if you're like, I'm not going to buy a $5 cookie, there's just no way. Your brain says, I wonder what creation they have now, right? Because Oreos, well, they've always been Oreos, and Chips Ahoy, they've always been Chips Ahoy. But what? You're telling me they made a Reese's Pieces cookie with, like, I don't know. You get what I'm saying? Like, it creates curiosity and it creates urgency. And you want to have this in your digital product offer. The way you do this is by literally having a recurring webinar. I probably caught you off guard with that, but a webinar allows you to not only avoid sales calls because you don't need to beg and plead. You literally have a presentation. You're telling people how you got from point A to point B. And at the end of the webinar, you literally give them the chance to join your premium offer. Okay. And this is going to allow you to say, I'm only taking 10 people. And it's like 50 people in the room. Let me tell you something. When I learned how to do that, I never went on a sales call again in my life because I couldn't do that on a sales call. I had to learn how to talk to people. I had to learn how to set up a calendar. I had to take time out my day and hope and cross my fingers that people would buy. But when I learned how to get on webinars of my own, on my laptop that you already have, on my iPad that you already have on my phone, and people would join from all over the world, and all I had to do was tell them how I got from point A to point B and tell them, hey, if you want more help, I can help you out this way. I can help you out with my premium digital product offer. By the way, it's only $2,000. I was going to give it on the internet for like $5,000, but because you guys stayed to the end, well, it's going to be $2,000 tonight. Now, I know it's 50 of you in the room, but at the end of the day, we're only going to take 5 to 10 people. So here it is. And if you have any questions, just let me know right now. You're already serving people at a higher level inside the webinar. So if you have them join, and it's really simple, I'm going to show you how to do that if you want to with the webinar thing I just told you in my one-on-one Passion to Profit challenge. The link to that is in the description below. I'm going to show you how to build that out for yourself because you don't have to get on webinars every day. I've seen webinars literally be made once a month and people end up making $20,000 to $200,000 with webinars. It's crazy. And if you think that webinars are dead, boy, do you have a new perspective to download in your brain. Okay. Because I'm going to be talking about it for a very long time because they still work. And I still join them just to get that inspiration and learn and take notes. So anyways, that's all I have for you in today's video. If you did like it, let me know. Again, we got the one-on-one Passion to Profit challenge that's happening in the link in the description down below where I can serve you at a higher level as well. Anyways, hopefully I clicked the right button. There we go. Okay. Definitely let me know in the comment section if you like these type of videos again, and I will see you in the next video when it comes down to making money online. I'm out. Peace.